Amazing news, everyone! Starfield has been blessed by Bethesda and Todd Howard themselves with the biggest patch ever seen in gaming history. So let us go and see how absolutely sad and bad this thing is gonna be, because you know that this is gonna be shit.
Good news, class. There is no comprehensive line-by-line patch notes review, at least not in this video. Yay! But I am going to touch on some of the highlights. Starting off with Bethesda just going absolutely ham over the last, let's call it 2 weeks. They revealed Indiana Jones, and you bet I want to...
You bet it's a disaster? I covered this. It is literally woke. You unironically have a fat dude with every pin in the catalog, 15 rainbow items on himself, and he looks like a simp and a cuck at the same time, who is unironically saying, and I kid you not, Indiana Jones has been upgraded for modern audiences to fit a modern story. So you can already write off Indiana Jones as an absolute disaster. Most people have already done it, and it's understandable, because it looks bad. It looks double bad. It looks like, again, it's classic Bethesda making a game that looks 20 years old, even its current generation. And, yeah, it's gonna be as woke as it can be. It's gonna be a disaster. I can't wait.
To test that one out early. Hi-Fi Rush saw a big patch. 76 saw announcement after announcement. And, of course...
76 saw announcement after announcement of literally no one caring about it because this game is as dead as it can be. If you log into this game, you know what you see. You see maybe 2 level 1s because they accidentally downloaded the game, accidentally bought it, and hopefully are refunding it. And level 1000 players who literally, probably are bots, I think? I don't know why level 1000 players should even... It's crazy. Okay? That's all that you see. Insane people playing this game. No one else does. 76 is an objective disaster. Let me explain how objectively disastrous it was. The last time I played it, if you did not go into the options, this is how your screen looked. You split it in 3 parts. Here is a part, and here is a part. And this part right here, 1/3 of your screen is literally filled with quest text that you don't care about. It was a great experience. Great, absolutely great.
After announcement and...
Do not buy it. This is a trap.
Of course, the Field of Stars saw its biggest ever patch go live.
Wow.
Now, as always,
Tell me,
I've
Daddy.
got you covered, so you don't have to find it for yourself. Just check in the video description for a link to the full patch notes for update 1.9.51.0. And like I said, this one was pretty much limited to graphics, including major improvements to lighting, quality.
Wait, is that it? Is that it? They fixed a couple... So you're telling... Oh my lord, this is worse than I thought. So... They just improved a bunch of graphics that no one cares about, probably, in locations that no one has ever even seen in this game. And they just made some quests that previously forced you to delete your save because you couldn't progress, because it was bugged. And now it works? Is that it? Is that your big changes? This is pathetic. This is actually worse than I expected. Wow. Man, Bethesda is really breaking grounds here. I did not expect it to be this pathetic and bad. But it somehow is even worse.
Of life changes and a host of quest fixes.
Amazing.
The first thing you notice when you log in after downloading the patch is how dramatically the lighting effects have changed within Starfield. And it is a night and day difference when you step into interiors. Now, I wear glasses, and even with the blue blocker, anti-glare, and wearing SPF 1000, my retinas used to melt when I would go into a building interior, and that doesn't seem to be happening anymore. Unfortunately,
Wait. So, Starfield's grand improvement to the lighting was that people's eyes don't burn, essentially? So, they didn't make it better. They just made it that it doesn't physically hurt people any longer? Is that really it? So, no, you can't make this up. So they didn't make it better. They made it just so it doesn't cause you physical pain?
I did not grab an in-game shot of the Jemison Mercantile back room, the storage area, but I did find this one online. And then the footage I recorded fresh from today's session, and when I put them side by side, just look at the difference. It's also very noticeable when you interact with other characters inside interiors as well. As before, they look like they had...
Bruh, you can see that this animation of this weapon moving on his back has roughly 5 frames per 10 seconds.
12 spotlights over their heads, and their skin was just glowing. And now...
Yeah, maybe you shouldn't play Starfield in third person.
Oh, it's more natural. Also, look at the character creation before and after shots to see how the...
Wait! I thought that this is supposed to be the... The skin looks better here than it does here. What do you mean? They just actively took a step backwards. Yeah, the hair does look better here, and the beard doesn't look as bad as here, but... Bro! The skin here just looks like someone photoshopped, a high schooler so you can't see the zits. You gotta be kidding me.
Effects of 1.9.51.0 have dramatically altered the look of the game. You know what? Screw it. I'm calling it the lighting patch from now on. I called one of the previous patches the NVIDIA patch, and now this is the lighting patch, which was, according to Bethesda...
Yeah, but the NPC... Well, she's thick as a bowl of oatmeal, but you don't get me wrong. Like look at the interaction. She's fixing bad NPCs. No. Adding lighting that arguably doesn't do anything? Yes. The biggest patch ever, boys. I mean, Starfield has a great future with these 250 devs. It's... Hope for greatness. Receive nothing.
Implemented in 73 different locations. Also, a massive change here. No more Henrys following you around throughout the game. And in case you didn't know...
He's talking about the asteroid that follows your ship around. They fixed this thing 3 times. Bethesda claimed that they fixed the asteroid following you around bug 3 times now. This is the 4th one. We're past 3 times the charm. Now we're in unknown territory. Will people after a day still report that there's an asteroid following them? Probably. This is amazing.
No, which I didn't. One of my viewers actually had to tell me this. But those damn asteroids that have been following us around for months actually have a name within the community. Henry. And as of the lighting patch, they've now been set free to wander around where they want. Bethesda also snuck one in on us when they fixed a crash that would happen when changing from full screen to windowed mode. Much appreciated. Thanks, Todd and crew. I'd also like to add in that I am seeing way fewer blinking visual effects and haven't run into any invisible stealth mode beasties since the lighting patch went live as well. Now onto the...
Oh, look at that. Half a year has passed and the game is almost at base level functionality. Yeah, seems like a Bethesda product, alright.
What the hell happened section of this latest update, and I remember reading how the devs were working on not only correcting these major quest blockers, especially those found in the faction quest lines, but also how they were working on implementing the fixes retroactive, so players could hop into the game and pick up where these quests had stopped, finish them up, and be home in time for dinner. And that doesn't seem...
Which sounds great, unless you forget the fact that again, these bugs have existed from the start of the game, which means literally no one's doing that because everyone started a new save if they wanted to play. Because you can't wait 5 years for Bethesda to fix game-breaking bugs that are progressively all throughout the game. Great.
To be the case. I mean, I don't see anything about that retro cure mentioned anywhere here in the patch notes. And I've received some WTF DMs from viewers asking where the hell it is, because it looks like you have to sift through your previous save files, hope you have one before you began the quest line, which is like looking for a needle in a haystack.
Yeah, so essentially, it's not even true. Great. Amazing, Bethesda. What a time to be alive.
And then revert your game back to that point, possibly losing huge amounts of hours already played just to start that quest line over. If this is the case for you, because I haven't had issues like this and I'm getting third-party information, let me know in the comment section. And if I am receiving this info correctly, Bethesda comms team, could we get some clarification on this matter soon? Please and thank you. Now, one item that I have seen and still am concerns the UC Vanguard Safer Skies missions, which involves you speaking with Commander Tuala, and he gives you a random mission to kill some baddies that are acting naughty in some distant quadrant of the galaxy. Now, in my case, he sent me to eliminate hostiles around Grissom, and when I go there, nothing. Nobody shows up, no icons to travel to and do combat with. Again, just...
Oh, really? Oh, really? Who would have...
Nothing's happening.
Well, it's not like there's any point in doing these missions because the story is lame, stupid, and unentertaining, and it feels like it's made by a 5-year-old. Bethesda can try all they want. It's not going to make a single bit of a difference. You can't rewrite the story. You can't rewrite the dialogues, the horrific, absolute god-awfulness of the game. You can't rewrite it. You can't fix it. You can only cross your fingers and hope that the person who wrote all of this garbage, who went on Twitter and told everyone that he's an amazing writer and you should be happy to, get to experience his absolute magnum opus or whatever. He's making the next expansion. Well, he's making the first expansion. And it's going to be great. Trust me, bro. Trust me. This is going to be great.
Because you can't delete or abandon this mission, I can no longer receive these kill contracts for the UC outside of Terramorph bug duty. Now, I know we have the ability to abandon other contracts like those involving setting up supply lines, and that needs to be a thing just installed across the entire game. Okay. Let's move on. And, I could touch on the fact that Starfield, along with other Xbox titles, are in the works to be streamed on Apple devices via Xbox Game Pass, which it is.
That sounds like an absolute banger of a money loss for Apple. That sounds really amazing. I'm sure people who buy Apple products are really, really into gaming and all of that stuff. As far as I know, the majority of people who buy Apple products are in the business of taking loans to buy the new phone, even though your old phone is only like 3 months old or something like that. But that's fine. Take a loan out for it. I'm sure it's worth it, King. Anyway, that seems horrible, stupid, and useless. 10 out of 10.
Or I could expand on the ongoing spacesuit design competition in conjunction with the European Space Agency, where the...
What's happening here? Is the point to design like actual functioning spacesuit, not a travesty? Or what are we doing here?
Winner will get a real-life fabrication of their design, which
wow.
They can, I guess, wear around the house. And by the way, here's my submission, and I'm so going to win this thing. But I'm instead going to air some dirty laundry here and talk honestly about Starfield and Bethesda. Because while I can appreciate the 100+ bug fixes and lighting improvements...
I can't. I don't... Why would you... You see, this is the problem with gaming. Why would you appreciate something so little, so pitiful of a multi-billion-dollar company? Why are you okay with eating their shit constantly and then smiling and grinning and asking for more? Why are people okay with this? They give you one of the worst subpar experiences of the decade, of all Bethesda history. Well, maybe Redfall was worse, who honestly knows. But they give you this, it's ass, it's trash. They can't even fix it in a half a year, honestly, at this point. And you're like, thank you, Bethesda, please hit me harder. how do you live with yourself?
Or, things like ultra-wide support, so on and so forth. What is missing here are the home runs, and you're going to need those to get people back on
What's missing here is a game.
board with Starfield. I mean, we need consistent home runs dropping every month to a month and a half. And
If you think, yeah, this makes it just worse. If you think that we need consistent home runs and big improvements for Starfield every month or whatever, then why are you accepting these small, minor patch improvements sold to you like ginormous feats of accomplishment? You're just actively making it worse for yourself.
personally, I don't care if these are telegraph changes or shadow drops, which I think would be totally cool, by the way, but these need to be game changers. Now, we've heard of new ways to travel. Well, let's go. Let's try it out. And if it's not ready,
Reloading with 9 ammo missing is not exactly a giga-brain play if you know you can kill the enemy with 5 hits.
maybe give us a small clip of what you've got planned. 15 seconds of test footage. That could go a long way.
What do you mean, what you have planned? Bethesda doesn't have anything planned. They have given up on Starfield if you can't figure it out.
Way to helping players see the Bethesda vision for how this is all going to play out.
I do not want to see the Bethesda vision for anything. I want Microsoft to publicly execute Todd Howard in the worst way possible. Like slow crushing or something like that. Maybe a painful non-lethal injection. I want to see those things happen. I want to see the magic words coming from Microsoft and saying, we have completely dissolved Bethesda and now given their already existing IPs to other companies. I want to hear those magic words.
The same could be said of the new ship pieces and building mechanics, city maps, new customizable difficulty settings, along with those graphical fixes, some bug fixes, and addressing pesky quest and mission blockers. How about a shadow drop for a Series X performance mode? Just drop it like, hey explorers, check out what we...
Are you kidding me? Cause, bruh, that would be like a super giga ultra patch, not just a massive update. Something like that would be probably a DLC expansion for money.
Been working on. The previous NVIDIA patch was a blistering home run, and that's the scale.
Yeah, but it should have been in the, 1, start of the game. 2, as much as I understand it, Bethesda didn't even do it. NVIDIA actually came in and made it work.
Scale of change this game needs. Just something out of the blue. Hey, we've overhauled space exploration from the ground up. We call it Space 2.0. And by the way, where's the creation kit? I know it's coming sometime in 2024.
It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. The paid mods are coming. Are you happy? Poop. Are you happy? Poop poop. Are you? I know the people in Skyrim are happy. They're literally burning down houses. How happy they are about the paid mods and whatnot. Poop poop. Are you happy? Poop. I bet you're happy. Poop. You brainless mutt.
But the game needs those tools now. Let's get a way to hyperdrive around the systems and land and take off from planets seamlessly. And for the love of everything holy, Bethesda, Todd.
They tried to do that. They tried. I talked about this previously. If you play Starfield, sometimes when you get in the cockpit, yes. Before the animation for the takeoff happens, sometimes you see the space controls pop up, which means Bethesda actually did try and make it seamless and whatnot, but they failed, obviously. And there you go.
Give us a craftable mech quest line that once completed, we can transport that mech with us to...
Oh, if you don't know what he's talking about here about mechs, so... Starfield lore has mechs in it. Giants, Gundam-style spacesuits. Or if you don't want to be lame and not use the word Gundam, we can always use, the true origin of mech suits, code Geass. There you go. It is what it is. In any case, yeah, in Starfield's lore, mech suits are a thing. Now, I know you have seen them doing absolutely nothing, but that's because they're illegal or something. And as we all know, space pirates abide by the law, and they would never use an illegal mech suit. Because it just makes sense, if you don't think about it.
From planets and use it to travel around planetside. Home runs are what are required right now. Again, I applaud the team. You crammed 100 plus fixes and improvements into the lighting patch. The game's running pretty well, but now it's time to stop playing small ball and make some headlines. Hopefully my unscripted thoughts weren't too far off base. I like being...
I mean, they were extremely copium-filled, Buzz, but it is what it is.
Unfiltered, but sometimes it turns into a mess and just completely jumbled.
You know what's the sad part about our boy, Captain Light Buzz Lightyear Lightbeard? It's the fact that he actually plays Starfield. You see all of these other channels that constantly shill for Bethesda with Starfield, and they constantly have the same footage on loop. At this point, I can predict a lot of these channels, what's actually going to happen in the video, a couple of seconds in, because I have seen those looped video footages so many times now. But this guy, unironically, every single time, he's using new footage. And as you can see, Little Senti too. Yeah, that he is maxing out this game. It is what it is. It's pretty crazy. He actually plays it. So he actually does want to see the best for the game. But it's like, if you like a game, sure. But that doesn't mean that the game's actually good. That doesn't mean anything. If you like the game, that's cool for you. But, I mean, it's not cool for everyone else considering how bad it is and whatnot. Nothing you can do about it.
Remember to hit subscribe and ring the notifications bell to receive my latest upload alerts. All my socials can be found in the video description. Shout out to the now...
Well, anyway, that was our boy, Lieutenant Buzz Lightbeard. Yeah. Good stuff. Man, it's always sad to see someone who actually likes the game and wants to be hopeful about it, but it's just this bad. It is what it is. Anyway, this was Quizzer Sid saying thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and have a nice day. Bye-bye.